All right. Hey guys, Mr. Kyle, Myers Mathematics, and let's just jump into it. I forgot to put series up here. So while I'm talking, I'll write some series up at the top here. But they kind of ruined this problem with the hint, because when I first saw this, I was thinking like, oh, maybe we should, I don't know, like try -1 to the n power or something like that, right? Because then that's going to be like if n is 1, if I do this, so I go in, and then n is 1, then that would be -1 to the 1, which is -1. And then n is 2, that's going to be -1 squared, be +1. But that's going to only flip back and forth between +1 and -1, right? So then I was like, well, what else would it be? And then the hint kind of gives it away. They're like, oh, sin x, use sin x. So it's like, okay, sure, fine, I guess. That's totally the word series that I squeezed in there. So what kind of values for sin x? Well, what had happened was we have sine of 0 is 0. Sine of pi halves would be 1. And then sine of pi would be 0. 3 pi halves would be -1. And then back to 2 pi, back to the same location as when we started. So this is one period of pi, one period of sine, sorry. And looks something like this. And there we go. And of course it keeps going forever and ever and ever, just like the Energizer Bunny. So then they're saying, okay, well, if we're trying to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if we're trying to figure out how to only get the values of 1 and then 0 and then -1, well, 1 would be right here, and then 0 would be right here, and then -1 would be right here, and then we're back to 0 right here. So that is it. 1, 0, -1, 0. That's one period of sine. So we're literally just following all the like the tops and bottoms and middles of a sine graph. So then it's like, okay, well, how do I get only those values? Well, if I want only those values, then I need to make sure I'm only getting multiples of pi halves, because every pi halves, something like that happens. So then I just need to do sine, and then if n is only going to count by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so on, then I just do pi halves n. And that should do it. So if I were to put n equals 0, then that would have been 0. But you're starting at 1. When you do a sequence, the sequence starts at 1, not 0. Right? So then, got one more. Here it is. Look at that. Now we got 12. All right. So if we're starting at 1, then it should be at the top. It should be +1. And it would be. Because if n is 1, then that would be the sine of pi halves, which is 1. And then if it's n equals 2, then that would be the sine of pi halves times 2, which is pi. Sine of pi is 0, so the next one's 0. So that actually looks like that works. So I think this question would have been a lot harder if they didn't give us a hint. Because I really was leaning more towards -1 to the n when I first saw this. And then they were like, oh, use sine. So they basically just gave you the answer. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, totally didn't want the challenge or anything. Anyways, I hope that's been helpful. And check out other videos on the channel in this series on series that I'm doing, as well as other videos. I have everything from Algebra 1 to Calculus 3. And you can check that out. You can also check out the 5 math mistakes everyone makes and how to avoid them, which is a free PDF guide I have on my website, Myers Mathematics, and link for that is in the description below. Catch you guys in the next one. Blessings, y'all.